Abednego, my lady. It's JD. Ipobayama, a strong comedy. It's Iso Meskina, alles is Pashash.
I'm Josie. So, what did they say you did to get in here? Wait. Let me guess. Looking at your arms, I'd say you were into some serious man stuff. Like full-on heists. I'm right? Not much of a talker? Don't worry. I'll do all the talking.
Hi, my name's Clive. I'll be playing numbers.
Hi, my name is Senzo Radebe. I play Abednego.
My name is Jaques and I play Josie on BET's Isono.
So when you guys seen the storyline being about prison and stuff, what was your first take on it, being involved in it?
You wanna go first?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it's interesting because you always have to go as you got to think about the stereotypes and how you are portraying your culture and I didn't want to be another colored person in jail. We can't keep telling those stories, right?
Now, this is now one exercise that I never understood.
What's there to understand?
You know, if I'm gonna go up and down like that, you know there's gonna be a good result at the end.
It can stay focused.
And when Gazarti stabs you in the shower, how's that focus gonna help?
What? Huh? What?
Cool it, man. It was not my fault your bae didn't get you out of here.
But the character is interesting. The character is nuanced and like complicated and completely human and not just a type, not just Scully number 2.
Well, for me, you know how when you watch movies and you see the prison life, you know, you see the prison set, you know, and you get excited. You really get excited because the story is very fast-paced. You know what I mean? Everything happens now, you know, and I like those kind of stories where everything just happens now. And I knew that with Abednego, you know, he will cause so much trouble in jail.
Numbers, you would say, is like the real stereotype, but I personally feel, you know, characters that are in jail in a storyline that has that jail storyline. For me, everybody's human, like you said, and each man has their own different story, their journeys of how they got to where they are at that time, you know, and I think there's a lot of synergy collected from all of us doing those prison cells, those prison scenes,
So, what did you guys know about prison before taking on this part or the storyline?
I have an uncle who's been there since 2000, right? I even forgot how he looks, but we do talk on the phone. And every time I have a conversation with him, you can tell that he's really tired. He's really tired of the environment. He's really tired of the treatment. He's really tired of being in the same place. You know what I mean? So with that in mind, bruv, when I heard about this, that we're gonna be going to jail, I took that reference and I wanted to make sure that people can see it. You know what I mean? Not just in my character, in other people's characters as well.
Well, what I know from, you know, the jail lifestyle,
Yeah.
it's a very dark world, very dangerous world, eat or be eaten kind of environment. And, you know, I have so many examples around my friends, all the people that have survived, people that have survived these sentences coming out of prison, you know, wishing they'd think 3 times before they did what they had to do to get in there. It's actually no place for a human being. That's what I've heard. You know, you basically get treated like an animal, and it's your choice. You know, it's your choice the way you're gonna live there. I mean, if you go in there being in gangs and stuff, the way you're gonna leave, you're gonna leave straight back into a gang, so that it's gonna be a continuous, redundant routine.
You guys make me wish I'd spoken first, because I got no experience. I mean, for me, it's literally TV, man. And because I had no experience with the thing, I suppose I had to think about it like theater, in terms of what am I drawing on here? What is I believe that there are human beings first and foremost in there. And I believe that if I was in there, I'd be afraid. And so those were my two starting points. Was I'm a person and I'm afraid and I just want to see tomorrow.
So James, with your characters, right, what do you think got them in this situation, being in prison, right? What did they go through to get to this point?
Well, when it comes to numbers, I think it comes from a very battered up childhood. I don't think there was a father or a full family in the house, or a leader in the house to follow the examples of, to look up to, and just fell into this lifestyle of wanting to belong to something before into gangs.
For me, it's about, I suppose, his strategy for surviving I think the thing that helps him survive in jail is the same thing that got him into jail in the first place, is ambition, is how do I get up? How do I get up and out of what I'm sitting with right now? And there's an opportunity, and so I'm gonna see who I can sidle alongside and where that can take me. But yeah, so I think he's ambitious, but I think he's a small player. He's a small player who went down for a big dog's crime, actually,
So what gets Abednego in jail? One, he's trying to save the love of his life, right? When you're out of time and you have to sacrifice yourself for someone else, right? Otherwise, you're both gonna get caught. Yes. It's one of those things. He gets shot, and after he got shot, he's like, you know what, Gabriel, leave. I'll handle this. Is he scared? He's scared. You know what I mean? He's a general in the underground. He sells drugs, he does everything. So obviously he will go to jail, but he goes to jail not expectedly.
So guys, after playing our scenes in jail, where do you guys stand now with the understanding of being in jail, surviving in jail?
On the last day of those scenes, I was happy. I'm like, finally. You know what I mean? Because it was tiring. It was really tiring. As much as we were playing a character, it was really tiring. You know what I mean? Which made me realize that, people go through a lot in there. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not even about survival. You could be the leader of everything, but for the fact that you're still in the same dark place, that should with your mind.
It's complicated sustaining your lifespan in there. It's really complicated. It's a do or die situation. You can be the king of everything and someone can come out of the shadows and just take that away from you.
For me, what stands out again is the humanity, I suppose, is these are people who've done terrible things. Terrible people? I don't know. I don't know. I think we're gonna need to, each person, each story, each crime needs to be looked at on its own merit. That person needs to face them, look at themselves in the mirror. For me, it was it was a lekker to play with you guys.
I mean, to add what you just said as well, it's the system as well. You know what I mean? That you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be there and serve your time. Yes. But now that's how the system is placed is very unfair. You could be there being innocent, but for the fact that you are called a criminal, you will treat it like everybody else. Yes. You know what I mean? Without people really finding out what you did exactly. Yes. We all painted with the same brush. Yes. You know what I mean? So I look at that as well. That's how I played it as well, that even if I wasn't guilty, I would still be treated exactly the same way.
Exactly. It's not who you are, but what you did.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, folks, so join us for part 2, where we actually interview a person that does come from the system itself, and he's gonna, tell us a little about the experience that he had movie compared to our own, and we were just having a discussion about if shooting this thing on TV, we do it right, we do it wrong, what's missing. So, but just the reality of the whole crux of this whole situation, we're gonna invite the guests to see part 2.